Imagine a wall of water, 140 feet high, surging through a pitch-black canyon at midnight. It's moving at 18 miles per hour, fast enough to erase everything in its path. In just 70 minutes, 12 billion gallons of water vanished. Over 400 people gone. This wasn't a natural disaster. His was a catastrophic failure of human ego. Today, we unmask the St. Francis Dam disaster. To understand this tragedy, we have to look at the man behind it, William Mulholland, a self-taught genius who built Los Angeles. But even geniuses have a fatal flaw: overconfidence. In 1924, construction began in the San Francisco Canyon. But Mulholland made a change that would seal the fate of 400 souls. He raised the dam's height twice without widening the base. As the water level rose, so did the pressure on the foundation. But the danger wasn't just in the concrete. It was hidden beneath. The dam sat on a geological landmine called paleoconglomerate. To the naked eye, it looked solid, like ancient bedrock. But when this rock touches water, it undergoes a terrifying transformation. March 12, 1928, the reservoir was at maximum capacity. At 10:30 a.m., the dam keeper noticed something chilling. Muddy water was leaking from the west abutment, sign of erosion. Mulholland was summoned. He inspected it for hours. His verdict: the dam is safe. It's just a minor leak. He left, but the mountain was already dissolving from the inside out. Midnight was approaching. The residents of the valley were asleep. They had no idea that 12 billion gallons were held by a thread. The silence of the canyon was shattered. The western side gave way first. The landmine had exploded. A 140-foot wall of death was unleashed upon the world. How could a world-class engineer miss the signs? Was it a mistake, or was it pure negligence? To find out, we have to look at the Red Rock mystery. The Red Rock experiment. This is where the engineering nightmare truly begins. To an ordinary person, these red rocks looked like solid granite. But for an engineer, this was a ticking time bomb, one that was hidden in plain sight for centuries. Let's perform a simple experiment to show you why. This is paleoconglomerate, ancient gravel stuck in dry clay. In this dry state, it can support thousands of tons. The rock is as hard as concrete. It feels unbreakable. But the moment it touches water, the physics changes. Clay expands, the bonds break, the rock literally melts in seconds. Solid ground turns into a liquid soup. Mulholland never hired a geologist to test this ground. He trusted his eyes, and his eyes deceived him. On the final morning, the dam keeper saw the warning. The leak wasn't clear water. It was dark, muddy brown. A muddy leak means the mountain itself is washing away. Mulholland was summoned. He arrived by 10:30 p.m. He stared at the leak, ignoring the geological reality. His final verdict: the dam is safe. Don't worry. But deep beneath his feet, a massive void was opening. The mountain was dissolving. The concrete began to hum. The dam was no longer sitting on rock. It was on grease. The stage was set for the greatest failure in Los Angeles history. Midnight, March 12, 1928, the canyon was deathly silent. But at 11:57 p.m., the silence was shattered forever. Western abutment, soaked in water, finally snapped. Concrete blocks as big as houses began to topple. 12 billion gallons of water burst through the breach. In just 12 minutes, The entire reservoir was empty. A 140-foot wall of water surged down the canyon. It hit with the force of 1,000 freight trains. Entire power plants were vaporized in seconds. Electricity lines snapped, lighting up the sky in blue arcs. The wave didn't just carry water, it carried death. Towns downstream had no warning, no sirens, no hope. People were swept away while they were still asleep. The wave reached the ocean 54 miles away 5 hours later. When the sun rose, a scene of total carnage emerged. Over 400 lives lost. 600 homes completely erased. Only one piece of the dam remained standing. Mulholland's career and legacy died that very night. In court, he famously said, "I envy the dead." It was the end of an era for unchecked engineering. New laws were passed. Safety became a legal mandate. Today, the ruins are a silent warning in the desert. A reminder that nature always finds the weakest point. The St. Francis Dam remains Los Angeles' darkest mystery. A reminder that nature always finds the weakest point. So, what can we learn from this $100 million mistake? If you want more deep dives into engineering and business, hit that subscribe button and join Simply Sorted.